Hi, this is Kit with Scrapbook Warehouse, and today I'm going to show you 3 different cards you can make with some Hero Art stamps and die sets. They're fun and easy, especially if you need to mass produce any cards for the holidays. As you can see, they've got sort of a nice mid-century modern look to them. Now this is the first stamp I used for the word joy, and the second stamp as well for these 2 ornaments. Really nice and simple. So first I'm going to clear off my workspace, and using some watercolor paper, I'm going to set up my stamping tool. This one is the Tim Holtz one from Tonic. And as you can see, I wanted to do a little 3D look for this one as I did a solid color before. So I'm going to use more than one distress ink when I'm stamping these particular ornaments. So first up is the Wilted Violet. And I wanted to do an all over color to really give it a solid base. So you can see I stamp it multiple times. If you're just doing one single solid color per ornament, it's going to be a lot quicker. I wanted to fuss around a little bit with this one. So now I'm using Salty Ocean for my second color on the ornament and giving a quick dry with my heat tool. Then I clean off my stamp again. And now I take a mask that I cut out earlier out of Post-it paper and I place it down over my previously stamped area. I use some repositionable tape for that. I set up where I want my stamp to go this time because I want it to look like a collection of ornaments. And then I use peacock feathers for this second ornament. Stamping it multiple times gives you a really nice thick look. When you're cleaning off, make sure not to press too hard on the stamp or you'll move your stamp and have to figure out how to get it back into the proper place. The second color I used on this ornament was Cracked Pistachio. So now that that's done, I'm going to dry off my ornament to make sure it doesn't transfer any ink. And I'm not quite finished, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the peacock feathers to the tip of the ornament to give it a really nice, beautiful 3D look. I like this stamp set because it's very reminiscent of the 1950s sort of vintage classic Christmas cards that you see popping up on the internet that are just so beautiful. So give it a quick dry, and then I'm going to mask it off with a second Post-it mask. As you can see, I've used these before. No need to cut new ones because they're completely dry. Now I'm going to position where I want the final ornament to go. I really love the starburst design in the center of the ornament, so I'm going to make sure that it's visible. This one I'm going to use the worn lipstick on. And I noticed that I made a mistake when I put my tape down and it cut off part of the stamp image, but lucky for me, the stamping tool from Tim Holtz is absolutely fantastic, and I was able to reposition everything and get that clear stamp image quite quickly and easily. So this is definitely a bit more of a labor-intensive card. As you can see now, I'm using the Wilted Violet again. It's definitely okay to use the same colors again in the card on a different ornament. It just pulls everything together and makes it look cohesive. Now I'm pretty much done with those 3. I'm going to hold the joy that I cut out of the Tim Holtz gold paper and place my last ornament. Just stick my magnets down and decide which colors. So I went with Salty Ocean for this one, and I wanted to give it a glow from within look. So I just did around the edges with the ink. If you're wondering why I'm not using the ink pad directly on the stamp itself, it's because I'm using the mini blender tool for more control in distributing my ink colors. So now I'm using the Cracked Pistachio. And I'm going to take a little bit of extra time to really give it that glow from within. So now that I've placed first down the Salty Ocean ink and then Cracked Pistachio, my final touch was to put more Salty Ocean. And if you noticed, my mask wasn't quite positioned properly when I did the pink and violet ornament. So I've moved the masks back into place and just fixed that up. Took me a few seconds. It's so nice to know that with these stamping tools, you don't have to worry about it not being perfect the first time around because you can fix your mistakes. So there I am, just layering some more ink on. Now I pull off the masks and you can see there all the colors. Now to affix the joy, I'm going to use glossy accents to glue it on. Using little tweezers helps to place it so that I don't get gloss everywhere when I'm laying down the joy. And slowly I position it into place and release it from the tweezers, and then I use an acrylic block to press it down. This is the perfect pastel palette that I love at winter time for any sort of cards that I'm making. And as you can see, I'm just going to place it down on this old card so you can see what it would look like if it was matted. So just place it on your card and away you go. So this is just 3 different color palettes for you to use with the oxide inks. I'll list everything on the collection page so it's easy for you to pick the ones you like best. And as well, happy card making.